surgeon was waiting there, and they told me, put this body into your van and remove liver and kidney. So I did.
Le peuple ouïghour est l'une des 56 ethnies reconnues par l'État. Vivant dans le nord-ouest de la Chine, cette minorité musulmane turcophone est persécutée depuis plusieurs années par le gouvernement. Beaucoup sont même enfermés dans des camps d'internement. Selon Amnesty International, il serait 1 million à être détenus. En plus de ce travail forcé, les Ouïghours seraient utilisés comme véritables banques à organes. Leurs organes seraient prélevés de force pour être revendus à travers le monde à prix d'or. On a pu discuter avec un médecin qui a fui la Chine et a eu pour ordre une fois d'opérer des condamnés à mort pour leurs organes. Il se bat maintenant pour mettre en lumière les atrocités dont sont victimes les Ouïghours.
Can you explain us what exactly are halal organs?
Halal organs, it is organs, basically it's organs from Muslims. The organ come from people who doesn't eat pork, who don't drink, and who obeys Islamic rule.
And how much does it cost to have one halal organ?
Halal organ is much more expensive. Same organ, but if it is halal, you're times 3.
Who sells these organs and who buys it?
Who has money? Simply is who has money and who has power.
Organ harvesting is not new in China. Can you explain how China started to harvest?
Exactly when they started on harvesting organs, nobody can find out because this is national secret. When I first come across, that's in 1990, those farmers brought the teenager children and asking me to examine if they had an organ missing. And in that summer, I examined further more than 100, and I found 3 of them, they had a scar on their body. From the shape of the scar, I can tell what of surgery it was.
Are these organs taken without their consent?
Chinese culture, they think they need their body after they die, so they don't want to donate their organs. So how on earth you have the largest number of organs in the world? Chinese government says that they are taking their organ were coming from executed prisoners. There's a problem because number of transplantations is much larger than the number of executed prisoners. They executed 10,000 people a year, but the transplantation is almost 100,000. It's 10 times higher than that. So where is the rest organ coming from?
You claim that organs are being taken from Uyghurs. What is your evidence?
Those victims, they had their organ taken. They are all dead. So we don't have direct evidence. There were 2 pictures published on the internet. Those picture was taken at the airport, in Kashgar airport. That was a sign at the floor. It showed that there is an express pathway for the organ transplantation. This label on the ground airport is located in the area where the population is very small. If we found this label in Henan province, yes, because Henan is the most crowded province. But in Xinjiang, 25 million, how you can massively produce human organs, that is one myth. Then the missing person in Xinjiang is a huge problem. Nobody dared to tackle this issue. even before they locked up millions of Uyghurs to the concentration camp. Before that, we have at least 100,000 people have gone missing, and we don't know where they have gone. The third evidence is that, you know, the largest organ transplantation in China, that is in Tianjin. In 2009, this transplantation center has been renamed into an Arabic name. What on earth you need an Arabic name in Tianjin? Is there many Muslims around? No.
When you were a surgeon in China, they asked you to harvest organs. Can you share us your story?
That was summer, Wednesday, and my chief surgeon called me to the office and said, do you want to do something wild? And the next morning, they appeared in the car and said, follow us. Then we come to a mountain area, and that area, it is officially designated place to execute people. When we arrived there, they told us to wait behind a hill and said, you come around when you hear gunshots. We were, quite nervous. And after, we don't know how long, 40 minutes or an hour, we can hear gunshots. Then we rushed in. We can see some dead bodies lying on the slope of the mountain. My chief surgeon was waiting there, and he told me, put this body into your van and remove liver and kidney. So I did. So when I cut him through, there was bleeding. That indicates the heart was still pumping blood, and his body was trying to struggle, but he was too weak to resist. So from that I can say he wasn't dead, and I removed his liver and 2 kidneys. Then these 2 chief surgeons, they took organs, and they said, now you take your team back hospital, and remember, today that nothing happened. Since that day, none of us, we have never talked about it.
China started in 2016 the free national, health checkup. Do you think it was a way to have a database for organ trade?
In June 2016, very weirdly, they started a free health checkup in Xinjiang, not whole China. No, only in Xinjiang and only to Uyghur people. National health checkup is quite expensive thing to do because you have to check everybody. The only logical explanation is they are building this organ database.
Why do you think China is probably killing Uyghurs?
They are not only killing Uyghurs, they are trying to killing all undesired people. And the Uyghur, they don't speak Chinese, they are not Chinese people. Their goal is to eliminate all enemy of the state. Anyone, if you are not Communist Party member, you are enemy of the state.
When you are telling this story to foreigners about halal organs, do they believe you?
Chinese people themselves, they believe that, because they know such things can happen, can take place in China. But the rest, they couldn't believe that. They said this is a sick, very sick practice. Try to find the halal organ. It is evil practice.